Hello, and welcome to the stream. It's me, Wordy Girl, and I am here. Finally, yes, I am a bit late, but I'm less late than I was yesterday, I think. So, anyways, I've eaten something, and I have prepared my area, so we are going to do some co-working today. We're in the treehouse once again. So, you guys are about to be in an ad. If you are in an ad, exclamation point ads to let me know, exclamation point back to let me know that you are back. We do have a sprint currently running in the Discord server, but what I'm going to do is make this sprint short here. I think probably like 14 minutes. And then by the time this sprint is done, their sprint will also be done. I think I'll just make it 15 minutes because they're gonna have to report their words and such. So we're gonna start off with a 15-minute sprint. I'm going to see if I can do some stuff. And if you're working on anything, feel free to let us know in the chat. I am also a Game of Tome Night streamer, so if you do have words to report, you can do so by redeeming your house and reporting your words. So here we go. I will say here, we don't have to necessarily be quiet during sprints. But we can. And if you want to chat, feel free. If you don't want to chat, feel free to lurk and work. Let's see, what am I going to do? This monologue area. Oh, you know what I should do? Galaxy, thanks so much for the lurk. God bless, much success, sending prayers, 11 hugs your way always. And thank you for the 7 stream streak. I appreciate the continued support. We have 111 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. Cedro says, hello, would you like me to share a jam sandwich with me? Would you like to share a jam sandwich with me? Sounds good. What kind of jam? Welcome in. I hope you're enjoying the jam sandwich. Red currant jam. I would like to try that. I don't think I have. Time's up. How did you guys do that sprint? I will say I set up my area, which I thought I had set up already, but I obviously didn't, and did not actually do any words. During this resting time to some of you guys are about to be in an ad. If you are in an ad, exclamation point ad, so let me know. Exclamation point back to let me know that you're back. Be sure to stretch. What are you writing about today? Well, I'm doing a lot of things. I am trying to do some what I'm gonna do is okay, let's see. Sorry, I was trying to set up the sprint in my server first, just before somebody else does it. Because sometimes when that happens, then things get kind of messed up. Because I'm trying to have it where on stream I am on track. Okay, so I have started the sprint. That will begin once the resting timer is over, and I will join with 801, which is the document I'm going to be working in, which leads me to answer your question. I didn't know exactly what I'm going to be working on yet, but basically I'm supposed to be doing some supporter perks. I am supposed to be doing some poetry stuff. I am supposed to be doing some varied journal entries for a particular merch line. It's a lot of varied things that I'm trying to work on. In addition to that, I am supposed to really be working on my animation project, but I'm gonna probably do that after stream because it's kind of difficult to work on that while streaming. And yeah, so a lot of stuff. I'm just pivoting around as much as I can. What are you working on today? And 1 time's up. 50 minutes sprint. 50 minutes on the clock for all you sprinters out there. And thank you for the butterfly flutter. Lovely butterflies flying by in our treehouse. Welcome in, Una. How are you? At the moment, recovery after ballet. Well, I hope you are able to rest and recover after your ballet, and that your jam sandwich is yummy. Tired but good, says Una. Well, I hope that you are able to rest if you are tired. But I'm glad you're good, at least. Okay. 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 Kofi Streambot is in the chat to let you know that if you do donate while I'm live, fun things can happen. We've got 45 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock for all you sprinters out there. Okay, that's it, I guess. Sklo Gamer says, for some reason, Facebook popped up as people you may know. Well, I did on Facebook pop up for you as people you may know? Interesting. Well, you may know me. I'm going to, I think we probably have some similar friends in common. Because how did you figure out about my channel? I am thinking about a certain person. Who you might have found me through or in conjunction with. Who perhaps may be a mutual Facebook friend and thus allowing me to be considered a person you may know. But I'm not sure. Not sure. Writing or reading community. Okay. Okay, so if it's your writing groups on Facebook, are you part of World Anvil's community at all? Do you follow any of the writers on World Anvil? Because some of the World Anvil writers are my Facebook friends as well. I do not have an account with them. Okay. Well, I guess we don't know yet, unless I go through all the people I think could be possible. But unless you have sent me a request, if you have, then I will probably accept it if and when I go on Facebook again. I don't usually go on Facebook. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a new request, so we'll see. But if you don't send me a request, no worries. It's fine. I was just gonna see if we have any mutuals. But yeah, that's interesting. I think that it must be something in the writing community that made the algorithm think that you might know me, so. Yeah, technology can be intriguing. You do look like a group of cool people I would hang out with. Interesting. Well, I guess that's a compliment. Thank you. Do VR ever make you motion sick? Well, not usually. I feel like it could, maybe, but I don't have such a problem. Like some people, I know a lot of people are like, I can't do VR at all. But I am not like that. I have actually played VR before. I've played VR before on stream. And I did not get motion sick. At least not to the severity of, I need to take this off. Yeah. So, I know some people are like that though. It's understandable. But I guess I have a higher tolerance. Even though sometimes it can make you feel a little bit weird, I can handle it. I want to try. Yeah, it might be interesting to try. What game are you looking at? Because I know some people who never got VR until they saw a game that they wanted to play in VR. Or do you just want to just like explore freestyle, exploring open worlds in VR? Either could be interesting. I like open worlds. Nice. You tried Sanzar. You can build your own world and have people come and visit it. Also interact with objects in the world. Plus, the TVs can play real-life YouTube in the game. Wow, that's interesting. I have not heard of that. And I have not played it. The main game that I played on VR on my stream was I Expect You to Die, which was like a spy game. Kind of like an escape room style spy puzzle game. That was very comical, where you play a spy and you get put into weird situations where you have to like unlock things from your chair. Like there was one level where you're in a car, there's one level where you're sitting at a desk. It wasn't really like you have to walk around, but you still can twirl around while you're sitting and interact with things. If you visit DC, go to the Spy Museum. I actually did visit DC, and I wanted to go to the Spy Museum, but I didn't have time to, or money to. But yes, I've heard of that before. There's also a spy-ish place in New York that I wanted to visit when I went there. I ended up not doing that either because I didn't have enough time or money. But I do hope to try those places, maybe even make content, because those places were on my list due to the fact that I make a lot of spy content and stuff because of my writing projects. So yeah, those are goals. You guys are about to be in an ad. If you are in an ad, exclamation point ads to let me know, exclamation point back to let me know that you're back. We have 3 minutes and 57 seconds left on the sprinting clock. Cedra is not going to be in an ads because Cedra is subscribed. Thank you so much for the subscribe. I spy on brother's Facebook because his laptop is here. Haha. All of his friends are Russian girls modeling. Okay, well, that's interesting. I mean, it's interesting. British Empress is here. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Spring cleaning sure feels good. Gonna hang a bit? Well, I'm glad you're having fun with spring cleaning. How are you? And thank you for the lurking. Tired but getting through things, sending hugs, using this time to de-socialize a bit, even though I am socializing. Understandable. Sometimes you feel like you need to take a little break from certain areas and spaces. Feel free to do that. If you feel comfortable lurking here and just chilling, that's good. I am honored that you feel comfortable here lurking, and I hope that you enjoy your time. We've got 30 minutes and 3 seconds left on the sprinting clock. How are my projects going? Interesting. They are, I mean, I'm trying to catch up on things. It's quite a lot, but we'll see. Goodness, I keep clicking the wrong thing. Virtual hug to you too, Empress. Thank you so much. Teacher says the cleaning of the spring. I should get the clock running. Empress says I am in the process of making a snug corner in my bedroom. Trying to see what things I could get to make it cozy. A shelf will defo be needed to put up. Okay, interesting. A little cozy corner in the bedroom sounds really nice. Like, are you gonna get like blankets and pillows and chairs, or like, is it one of those beanbag type areas? Or sounds interesting, and much success with the design. The shelf to display your books, nice. Already got an armchair? Nice. Not sure if I will need pillows, but defo a blanket. Nice. A nice cozy fluffy blanket. Are you gonna get one of those blankets with a lot of like fluffy furry blanket like, or just like a smooth blanket, or like a puffy quilt blanket, or like what kind of blanket? A weighted blanket? Blanket sounds nice. I have one, but it's for the extreme weather days. Yeah, makes sense. Clock is Victorian. Dad didn't keep it running. He liked silence. The TikToks would annoy him. Understandable. Yeah, there was this clock that I had in my childhood house. We had on the wall, and it would tick, 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 and it had a pendulum. And then every time, sometimes it would just stop. We had to wind it manually. There's a key for this clock, and it is, I would guess, 8 feet tall. Interesting. Okay. Empress says, I'm also adding a few more British ornaments to my collection of ornaments, and I hope they stay by Thursday next week, which is payday, because they are limited and the stock numbers keep decreasing. What kind of ornaments? Like Christmas ornaments, or do you mean just like little figurines, or what kind of ornaments? Classic ornaments, non-holiday ones. Like trinkets to sit down on your, like figurines or trinkets? I'm trying to think, because I know that you are British, so you may be using the word ornament in a way that most of the time I don't use the word. A miniature a version of the old British telephone box? Yes. So it's just like a little miniature that sits on a desk of a telephone box? Is that it? Yes, okay. So that is what I thought you meant by ornament. Usually we wouldn't call that an ornament. We might call it a figurine or a mini or a miniature. But yes, I get it. Ornaments. Yes, the red telephone box. Got it. It is sad phone boxes disappear. Yes. Old phone boxes, old telephone booths, things like that, which are the same thing probably in different dialects. But yes, those are always interesting. And I've been in one only because it was a replica. Because they don't really have those anymore very often. It is sad. They are now used as bookkeepings or in museums. Yes. I went in one where it was still in use because my mother would call me in them when it was still used in the early 2000s when I was still in South Africa before I moved to the UK in 2008. Makes sense. I'm also collecting a few of the royal family merch since I am a royalist. I mean, the Empress name is totally different. I adopted internet royalty later in my content journey. Yes. They have a red telephone teapot. A red telephone box teapot on Amazon. Interesting. Yeah, that sounds intriguing. This is an interesting one. Thank you for sharing, Empress. Famous London British red telephone box shaped ceramic teapot. That's amazing. Yeah, that's quite a price. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was $26.99, so that's almost 30 basically. Yes, I like to round up to the next pound. Makes sense. Yeah, they do that 99 on purpose because they want you to think, oh, it's $26, and then actually it's 27, but it's 26.99. It's a weird marketing tactic to get your eyes to catch on prices. So, yeah. Alright, I think you guys should be back from the ads now. If you're back from the ads, welcome back. John Dietz is here. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How are you? British Empress, if you're back, you say ads just as you were saying something else. It's like saying shh, K. Ads are talking now. Okay, they are advertising a bathroom TV? What do you mean? That's weird. You found another telephone box figurine. Yes, ornament, as you say. Okay. Also buying next week fan tower, which is a tower shaped like a fan and moves around to keep cool air for the hot days. Will be good for me and floppers, my little terror fur ball. Yes. So basically, I know what a tower fan is. It's like a tall fan like this, and it usually oscillates like, and then it's like tall, so it blows out air at the bottom and from the top, and just like a big straight line of air that just, yeah. Yes, I know about tower fans. Yes, they're pretty nice sometimes. The support staff have one, so I'm getting one in my room. Nice, that sounds good. It's really nice and cool. Also thinking of getting some star-shaped fairy lights to hang in the cozy corner to make it pretty. That's cute. I had some fairy lights that I had strung up over here. I need to get some more because those ran out of batteries, and when I tried to put more batteries, then they just stopped working. So I don't think that I think they broke. So I need some more that are actually good quality. I got those little ones from like Dollar Tree years and years ago, and it makes sense that they broke. I actually have some other lights. Maybe I can use the Christmas lights I have, because I have some Christmas lights that are like, they have little leaves on them and they have little yellow bulbs. I don't know. I have my Christmas bag, which I need to put away because it's not even Christmas anymore, of Christmas decorations. Oh, that's not it. I need to go find my Christmas bag of Christmas decorations, and then I can probably use that one to be my fairy lights. Because I do like to have fairy lights when camping. A lot of times we have some nice camping environments, and when it's warm, when it's cozy and darker, then we like to still be like by the campfire and stuff. So I need to find that before camp is over. We're already almost half through the month. These ones plug in, not battery operated. Good. That's nice. Technically, Christmas lights could be used all year round. Yes, they can. That's the thing. As long as they are appropriate with the setting, then I could use them. So that's what I'm saying. I need to go find them. Currently looking in the handyman to put up my shelf I want to use and have up for the books. Gonna be busy, 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 but it will be good. I don't own many books, but books won't be heavy for the shelf, will it? Well, it depends on what kind of shelf it is and what kind of books you have. Depending on what kind of shelf it is, it might be able to hold lots of heavy books, and it might not. So that all depends. The handyman says, which will be useful, that he has a scanner that scans for wires and pipes, etc. in the walls. Yes, that's a stud finder, I believe. So we would hopefully be applicable for the shelf. Alright. Alright, I did some poetry. I did more than I thought. Oopsie, sorry. Yes, I am putting on the resting clock for now. Time to rest. Stretch and all that stuff. And as for me, I did 354 new words. I was very surprised. I didn't think I did that many new words. It's not a lot, but it's more than I expected. Fellow streamer found royalty-free music. I'm trying to find some. There's Pretzel Rocks, but I don't know much about it. Also, congrats on the words. Thank you. So what I will say about yep, I saw that. Alright, British says I'm back, but it says the ad break ends in 6 seconds, so I'm gonna wait just in case other people are still in ads. Alright, the ad should be over. Colonel is here also. Afternoon, Warrior Girl, and chat. Don PB music to be safe. I don't know what that means, but okay. Speaking of the music, as the British Empress was asking, so basically I personally don't like to use anybody else's music because I've heard of Pretzel and all that stuff too, but when I did some of that stuff, it still would mark my VODs as like using copyright music, and I had to dispute each one still and tell them that I had permission to use it through Pretzel Rocks and stuff. So I was just annoyed by that because they would still mute my streams. So I just use my own music. I compose music, so I use my own music, or I just use like nature sounds like this. Yeah, so if you want, I mean, I've given other people permission to use my music before. I don't know what kind of music you like to use. Another thing I have is Epidemic Sound, but I will say Epidemic Sound, you probably still have to individually report unless you, it is a subscription, and when you play it on your streams, you have to enter in your Epidemic Sound account which Twitch channel you are going to be using so they can know to leave you alone. You can also enter which YouTube channel and stuff like that. Epidemic Sound has all genres, not just lo-fi. Alright, so the time is still waiting for other people to report. What I need to do is find my... This is my Epidemic Sound affiliate link, so if you sign up through that, then it will help both of us. I'm looking at maybe doing a writing stream. Sorry not to promote myself. Is this okay to say? It's okay. If you want to do writing streams and you're trying to like get lo-fi music to stream to, I mean, you can just try. I know there are some on like YouTube royalty-free music and stuff, but I still just stay away from that myself because I don't like how sometimes they mute your streams anyway. One hour sprint. Okay. It's gonna be a 1 hour sprint this time. EMU? Sure. Okay. Because I did refer you to Fourth Wall and then I didn't use my affiliate link because I was sleepy when I was trying to talk to you about Fourth Wall. But usually I like to just give my affiliate link because it just lets them know that I am referring people to Fourth Wall, and then by doing that also it helps both of us. But yeah, that is my Epidemic Sound one. But like I said, you don't have to necessarily do it, but it is one of those where you can actually put in the software that you are this is my channel that I'm using. You can put in one Twitch account, one YouTube account, one Instagram account, one TikTok account, or something like that. And when you do that, then it knows that if you use these songs on any of those platforms, it tells them to leave you alone. Not to brag, but I am munching on my last cookies. These are special cookies because they are limited edition. I am sad they will go. Well, what kind of cookies? Let me know. Digestives. I've heard of that before. Yes. Raspberry and cream flavor. Interesting. Well, I am sad that they have to go, but I'm glad that you're able to enjoy them. Easily breakable cookies, which can get annoying if you want to take a small bite. And cookies are like, nah, let's see how else you can suffer. Understandable. Our religious talks all right here, since we are saying religion, not to disinclude others. Yeah, anybody can talk about anything here. Feel free. Buy a New Testament Bible. Okay, well, much success with it. Yes, they do sell them. Usually the the New Testament only Bibles are what people usually give as gifts to people. They are often given out to people who aren't even necessarily Christian, just because the New Testament is a main focus, and they find that it focuses on things like Jesus' birth, Jesus' ministry on earth, Jesus' death and resurrection, and the important things that people need to know in the modern times. The Old Testament covers a lot of history, and some of those things are no longer applicable. So most of the times they just get the New Testament only Bible so that new believers aren't confused and overwhelmed by a lot of information that may be a little bit strange and discouraging if you're not familiar. So yeah, it is $3. Yeah, no, yeah, they are usually quite inexpensive because, like I said, they're usually for gifts. You will have to pay attention because sometimes they will be kind of cheaper quality because they're for gifts. They are usually like bought in bulk by churches and like given out on the street and stuff like that. So some of them will be not like a good quality like this. Like this is actually... It's like a leather Bible. It's an imitation leather though, but it's like, you know, leather bound. It has like good big print, and the pages are like gold lined, and like the pages are not easily ripped. That is like a good quality Bible. And then some of these little New Testament only Bibles are going to be more like, I don't have anything right now, but they're going to be more like, the pages won't be glossy or anything. They will just be like very rough regular paper. The print will be like, you can tell that it was like printed with a printer. It's not bad, but if you want something a little bit more quality, you're probably going to want to pay more than $3 for it, because those, like I said, the most important thing is the words that they're giving you. And that's why they are sold for that cheap, and they are not the best quality, because when you give it to somebody, they can use it, they can read the information, and if they really want a better quality Bible, they can get one later. But the most important thing right now is just for them to have the message right now. And can I just throw my other current Bible into, that's split in two away, or do I need to give it to a church or something? The book color is blue and your favorite color. You're really happy about that. Okay, well, if you see a blue one that is $3 and it's the New Testament Bible, then go ahead. You can try and get it. And if it's just $3 or £3, then awesome. And if you get it and you're like, then it was just £3. And you can always give it away. So what I will say, some people say, don't throw a Bible away. If you want to throw it away, I guess you could, but I personally, it doesn't even have anything to do with it being a Bible. The main thing with me is that I just don't like to throw stuff in the trash, because I like to recycle and I like to give things to other people. So I know if your book is broken in two, some people can still use it. So like you said, giving it to a church or giving it to a like one of those little, I don't know if you guys have those over there, these little like book libraries where you can just put a book in and people can come and read a book and then come back and put it back. We sometimes have those kind of things, so you can put it in there, because somebody could probably tape it up. If it's literally broken in two, they could probably tape it up. But if it's very worn out, that's good that you were using it a lot. Some people have a lot of worn out Bibles because they've actually been using it a lot and studying it a lot. But yeah, you can always give it to a church and ask a church. Cedar says, my grandmother left a huge pile of Western books that I would never read. I wanted to give them to the library. However, the library said they don't take donations. Yeah, some libraries don't. Because libraries, they have a meticulous system in which they organize and categorize their books. I'm not saying an official library where you have a library card. I'm saying... okay, maybe you guys don't have this here, or you just might not be familiar with it. But there is a special little thing that looks almost like a birdhouse on a post that sits outside at like random parks, in front of churches, in front of schools. It's almost like a mailbox that is just a little birdhouse box, and it has a little door on it, and you can open it, and there's just like books sitting in there. Just random books sitting in there. And it is called a little sharing library, where people of any kind, any people just walking by, can just go up to it, open it, take a book out of it. You can't even, I mean, like, you can't get mad if they don't return it. It's just out in the open free. And anybody, if you have a book at home, you can just go and randomly put a book in there and just leave it in there. And anybody walking by can look and say, ooh, I haven't read this one before. They can take it home, read it. They can keep it if they want. But the spirit of it is that you bring it back and put it in the box so somebody else can read it when you're done. Cedar says, we have community bookshare boxes here, but it would have to be 100 times bigger if I were to dump those books in it. Understandable. The other place you can take it to is like a charity shop, like you said, British Empress. There's things here like called the Salvation Army. There is Goodwill, there is Value World and stuff like that. And what you do is just go to these little resale shops, and a lot of times they accept donations, and they usually sell books at like 20 cents. 20-cent books. So you can just drop off a lot of books there, clothes there, and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I like to do instead of throwing stuff away, is just give it away. Because I just don't like to throw stuff away. And if I can't give it away, if it's recyclable, I put it in the recycling bin. Like if it's a book that's just totally torn up, I would put it in the recycling bin because it's paper, instead of throwing it in the trash. But you guys are about to be in an ad. If you are in an ad, exclamation point ad, so let me know. Exclamation point back to let me know that you are back. For those of you who are in the sprint still, we have 47 seconds left on that clock. Teacher says, I like when I toss the old phone books out and the recycling bin was so heavy you could hardly move it. Yeah, exactly. They also even have like paper bins, specifically paper bins. I have gone to my city's recycling center before, and they have giant bins where there's some that are labeled phone books, like phone books, because they know those things are big and thick and heavy, and yeah, it's fun. It's fun to go to the recycling center. Alright, you guys should be back from the ads. If you're back, welcome back. Strange I had a non-English speaking advert as well. Yes, sometimes I get Spanish speaking ads. I have gotten Chinese, Japanese, and Korean speaking ads. And I feel like it's because of certain content that I have been watching, or people who have my accounts or who live in my house or in proximity have watched. Sometimes they know your search history and stuff like that. And they're like, I think we're going to show you this. It's like, wow, okay. Cedar says, when probate is over, if I leave this house, there will be so much stuff. I will have to find a boy to move stuff since nearest brother is useless. Insert colorful metaphor. Interesting. Well, I hope that you are able to find a person to help you move your things. All for it, for the culture, says British. Yes. So yeah, there's all different kinds of ads. But I think it's probably mainly because of the algorithm showing you things due to stuff you may be watching or other stuff like that. It's very weird. They like to basically spy on everything. I need more words. These poetry, okay, so poetry is okay, but I feel like it's making me think too hard about it, so I'm not typing very many words. I need to just type dialogue or something. My mother decorated this house. Every bedroom was set up like a 5-star hotel room. Nice. Jumper says, I've got emails to catch up on, and I've also used today to reply to messages, as I had a few DMs from friends in WhatsApp messages, which I hadn't remembered to reply to until now. I feel like an admin in my room. Yes, that happens to me quite a bit. A lot of stuff that I have to, switch around and do, but much success to you with all those tasks. The one and only Creepy Pro is lurking again. Thank you so much for the lurk. God bless. Nice typing, says the one and only Creepy Pro. God bless you. Thank you. And I'm glad you're enjoying the typing. God bless. Much success. Sending prayers. Love and hugs your way always. Popularity A, says British. L-Hawk is here. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. How are you? Okay. I don't know why it did that. I don't like that. Okay. Alright, L-Hawk is back. Not bad. Just popping in to support your channel and get some words in. I'll probably mute, but I wish you good words. Thank you so much, Lee, for the lurking. God bless. Much success. Sending prayers. Love and hugs your way always. I appreciate you stopping by. And I hope you get some good words in. Okay, I'm getting annoyed by this. So what I'm gonna do is reload because this thing keeps... Okay. If this thing keeps doing this, I'm trying to figure out what else is running that is causing my computer to lag. Security, asks Cedra? Maybe. All messages and emails responded. Great job. Alright, I closed something that I did not need up at all. And I didn't know it was running. Hopefully that makes things better. Hopefully. Oh, this is Windows default lock screen. I don't need that. Okay. Hey, great job on the light edits of image. 19:43 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. Yay, handyman is all booked in, says British. He can't do it till last week of May for the 26th, since the 25th is a bank holiday. Understandable. Well, I'm glad you got that all sorted. Alright. So busy. I'm doing well on my writing too. The book, page 12 now of chapter 7. Congratulations. It's such a long book. Is that a good thing for an autobiography? I believe that books can be any length. It just depends on what the actual content is. That makes it where it's good or not. But I am weird. I'm a person who doesn't really count by page count or word count. It's just that if the book is only like 14 pages long, I wouldn't call it a novel because that's too short. But yeah, I would just see how the book shapes up first and then discover what it's called and what it is after. I don't usually put in fluff and padding to make it a certain amount. I do see we have a redeem for Funny Fortune. Let me get it on the screen, and it is from Nachoholic. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. How are you? Funny Fortune. And let's see what happens with Nachoholic. Oopsies. Let's do this first. One day you might realize that you are amazing and loved. Well, there we go. Thank you so much to Nachoholic for redeeming Funny Fortune. Please win lottery, says Nacho. Unfortunately, didn't say that, but that was a pretty good one. Awesome, finally. Says Nacho. You guys are about to be in an ad, though, by the way. If you are in an ad, exclamation point ads to let me know. Exclamation point back to let me know that you're back. British says, righto, I'm gonna head off. Catch you later and enjoy your stream. Well, thank you so much. God bless and much success. Sending prayers, love, and hugs your way always. I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope that all your projects and tasks go well. Oh, sorry. Nacho says, I don't mean to be noise, but what are you doing? I know the typing, lol, but are you copying or something you wrote? Okay, so no need to apologize for being noise. We chat here. Yes, we're in sprints and stuff like that, but we can chat. Sorry if I'm distracted. I just did not see your message. But yes, you can feel free to ask questions anytime, and if you chat in the chat, I will chat back. Some people do have streams where they are quiet during sprints. That's okay. How I am here, we just chat during sprints as well. So yes, I am typing right now. I am typing something that I'm actively writing. I was trying to do some poetry, some short story things, just to get some words in for the writing challenge, and also to be used for my supporter perks. And there's a special merch line also that I was trying to make content for. So I am doing that. I was also trying to write up some, what do you call it? Supporter update, perks updates. But yes, we have 4 minutes and 23 seconds left on the sprinting clock. Sorry if I missed your message. I don't know if you're still here. But yes, you can ask questions anytime. Sorry if I missed your message. No, you're good. Okay, awesome. Never heard of that. Sprints. Yes, so sprints, here's how it works. We set a timer, and during that time, we try to write or work on whatever we're doing. Some people might feed their cats, take out the trash, work on email responses and replies, stuff like that. And then after the end of the sprint, we just let each other know what we were able to accomplish during that sprint. So yeah, this sprint lasted an hour, and we are nearly at the end. Usually we do shorter sprints, but I've been doing not so short sprints lately, because I've just been trying to get a lot done. Sometimes sprints are so short that it's like I don't do anything, especially after I am chatting with the chat and stuff. But like I said, you don't have to worry about distracting me and stuff like that. If I really need to lock in, I will tell you guys, okay, I'm not going to respond to chat. But yeah, I'm good.
Associate.
Thank you so much for following Dynamic Waffle. That's love. Now you can add you chatted to chat. LOL. Yep. Indeed. So we have 244 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. And after this, I don't know, I might end the stream and we may raid out. I do have a lot to try to catch up on. I don't know if I'll stream again more tomorrow. But the plan has been to stream at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, week daily. This coming Sunday, I'm supposed to be streaming at 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. Eastern Time for the OHOW 100 hours of writing event. It is not 100 hours this time, but it is the weekend of writing wildly. And if you want to know about OHOW, you can check it out right there. Dynamic Waffle says, LOL, sweet. Thank you so much for the follow. How are you? Nacho says, thank you for explaining. I'll let you get back to it. Yeah, no worries. I was winding down anyway. I wish I could type that fast. Yeah, some people have said that I type quite fast, and I'm like, I guess so. But yes, some people have challenged me to, you know, those little typing races and stuff like that. There is I think the redeem is still here. Play a typing game or something. In the chat, in the I don't see it. Maybe I took it away. There it is. Writing game. Have Wordy stop what she's doing and do a writing sprint. Play a typing race. Battle on for the words or venture into the most dangerous writing app. unsure which to pick, Morty will spin the writing wheel. So you can get me to challenge me to something if you want, but yes, you are a one-finger poker. Yeah, that makes sense. Some people peck the keys like this. That's fine. But yeah, I guess I typed too fast. But yeah, we are about to be out of this sprint. We only have 17 seconds left. And I guess I'm gonna report early because I'm done for now. Let's see, 1896. There we go. That was 741 new words. Okay. And I'm going to report those for my house. 741, I think, was I said? Yes. All right. Well, that was a lot. Yeah, started off with the Mavis Beacon typing school, but didn't learn anything. Understandable. I will say there are, and I've told people before, there are still typing websites and programs that exist that can help you to type if you want them. It can be helpful. I, when I was younger, was a person who did the typing tutor CD-ROMs. So there would just be like repetitive AS, ASD, ASDF, ASDF, JK semicolon, da 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 da, and it was very tedious, but that is how I learned how to do what I do. We had to do the lessons so many times. It's like, I know this already. Well, do it again. So I kind of learned home row, and then I branched out, and then, yeah. Just after after a lot of practice and stuff like that, I guess it just comes second nature now, where I can be looking, I can like be not looking at the keys and typing. Now the problem happens when I end up being like shifted over, and then I am muscle memory typing and it's on the wrong keys. Yes, hello, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome. Does the little bumps on F and J help? Yes, that is a thing, and sometimes I'm not paying attention, but yes, that is the reason why they're there, so that even if you're not looking at the keyboard, you can kind of feel where your fingers are supposed to be. And at first I wasn't even paying attention. But yes, that is the reason why those exist. But I guess one of the reasons why I don't pay attention is because usually when the way that I have my hand on the keys, I'm not actually touching it. I'm literally touching the top part of the key as opposed to the bottom part. So I usually don't even feel those bumps. But I need to intentionally look for them if I want to orient myself properly on the keyboard. That's very interesting. But yeah, that they definitely do help if you're thinking about them. So anyways, thank you guys so much for chilling out with me today. I will say that if there are any tome nights, I don't think that Lee has volume. I think Lee said they're going to mute the stream. So this is probably not going to be where they can hear. But I'm going to do it anyway because I need to make the announcement. Hopefully they will see it, at least in chat.
Hey, yoo-hoo! Look at me!
Alright, bring out your words, Tome Knights. If you are a Tome Knight and you have been writing for Game of Tomes, it is time for you to bring out your words. So please do report your words to your house using the channel points so that you do not lose your progress in the challenge. But yes, in the meantime, I will go and look for another streamer to raid, which I am probably going to go for another Tome Night because the Tome Knights are writing these days for the Game of Tomes challenge. I do see Lady Winter is up. JC is up, Lady Winter is up, Dark and Fae is up. Alright, let's go to... Let's go to JC. Alright, JC Boom is another Tome Knight who does writing sprints. It's a chill place to chill out and hang out and just write or do productivity. If you would like to stick around for the raid, please do copy the raid chant that handsome co-host just put in the chat to let JC Boom know that Word Girl sends love, and thank you so much. You have a blessed day as well. God bless. Much success to all. Sending prayers, love, and hugs your way always. I appreciate you all stopping by. And hopefully, as I said, I should be live again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And yeah, God bless. Much love. Thank you so much. Bye.